Hey, back again. It's time to continue playing Factory. Glorious, fabulous Factory. And I think today, if we recall, what I did yesterday is I started setting up the Phosphorous Processing stack. And I think today we're gonna finish that off, right? Then after that, I think instead of going straight into lead processing, I'll take care of a little business here in the factory and we'll work on saline water, actually. We have here, we'll actually take a look at that. Our saline water generator is adorable in that it uses a fraction of a single salt mine's input, and we are perpetually out of saline. And because of that, like, we don't have any chlorine gas. Because of that, we have a hydroxide deficit, even though it's running right now. Because of this, we don't have any tetrachloride. Because of this, we're not doing any refining. So it's just bad. What I'm going to do, saline water. We are going to make it using not this recipe, not that recipe, not that recipe, this recipe. Stack some small parts and some drilling fluid and get a whole lot of saline water. And so we're going to make drilling fluid type 2, which means we're going to make Guar Gum, and then we're going to make a whole factory for this, and then we're going to ship it around. Guar Gum is just a bunch of guar bean seeds and a bottle to put it in. But for the moment, what I need to do is work on sulfide. Here, take a look at that. And, oops. Pentasulfide. We start here, and we do this, right? No, we do this. Yeah, we bring in sulfur and phosphate rock, and we make pentasulfide and pyrite. And we're going to actually collect this pyrite right here. That's, it's too nice just to leave it alone. And then here, and then overflow pyrite will get put back into phosphorous pentasulfide. And that's how pyrite will never, ever be a bottleneck on this process. So we're going to need high pressure furnaces, and we're going to need high pressure furnaces, and we're going to just do this all. Alright, so follow me everyone, I know the way. Get a couple more dinosaurs I think. To haul away these trash products I'm going to be making. They're not prolific enough to put on the main belt. Alright, so I really wish I had this entire block for this, right? Because we're working with the ore itself. So all of this has to be split off, I guess. So like you need to go there. Oh, this is actually kind of an issue, isn't it? Once again, consequences of my own decisions. Who could have seen this coming? What is that even doing? The answer is you're doing nothing. You must have come with me from when I copy and paste this entire block from iron. Alright, fine. So, what we gotta do is we have to split off all these happy boys. And I guess there's no great way of doing it with how I've set this up. So we kind of need to do this and this and this, right? But obviously in a way that doesn't completely ruin me. That. And then here. We will have a complex junction, right? So there's half, and there's half again. And we want to pull all these guys over, and they want to be 1, 2, and 3, and then all the way down, right? 1, 2, 3. And we can make that work. This would be very difficult to make work, but I can do it. I am the eternal champion. I can make it work. Alright, so what we're going to do, start belting. Belts are the best. Belts are how Factorio should be played. Kind of miss one of my tools from previous mod where I could just paint 3 belts at once. Yeah, I can't do that here. So it never made it in standard, unfortunately. But, alright, we'll figure something out. So like this, I think? Yeah, we're going to be making the bots do the work, I think. This probably, well, no, we should stick to this discipline. I was thinking maybe we should not have 3 full belts since we're doing, like, we're splitting, so technically these are going to be half belts. But I don't think that actually is going to be a big deal, right? And then this just, okay, I'm doing this completely wrong, right? Copied the wrong one. A failure of copying leading to a past of embarrassment. Yeah, it happens. But on the upside, it's going to look really nice in the screenshots. It's going to look very Factorio. Okay. I can do that though. That's pretty slick. Yeah, we're going to be taking the Pyrite from here, even though that's probably not a fabulous decision on my part. We just go to maximum jumpiness? No. We have to go right here, which means that guy's got to go, and that never should have been there. So, like this, only obviously everyone needs to go in the right direction, right? Wood. Then we have to replace this. We have, well, it still can be straight lines, but it's touching the walkway. Straight lines are touching the walkway. Touching the walkway is more, is a graver sin. And this is just issue city right here. You can't have them uneven, you know? You must build an aesthetic factory. If you don't, you're hardly playing Factorio. It must look designed. Looks carry power. Never forget that that will actually give you better rolls. It will, 100%. So take your time and do it right. Okay, so we're obviously going to be doing something here. So right here, slam you down, tell me a story about Pentasulfide. So we have to bring in sulfur. All right, that's reasonable, and it's a 4. It's a 4 component process, but it's massively reductive in mass or belt mass, however you want to rate that or describe that. I know what I'm talking about. So we will make our snake belt, as we do, and we will have the ingredients on the outside, and I think I'll put everything on one belt on the inside, because it is a reductive process. And then we're going to need 2 of you, and 1 of you are going to have to be pentasulfide, and the other 1 of you is going to have to be pyrite. Right, and so that comes in like that, and that's... now it's a question of rates. I should fill this entire block with it, right? That's what I've done before. Maybe just two rows, maybe. So that obviously works like that. When this comes across as many times as it needs to. And then, oh, I should fit the beacon space in. Now we have beacon space right there for whenever that happens. Oh, oh, trees. No. Jeez, no. And I don't think we're going to be able to get a full one in there, right? So we're already lined up, it looks like. So, this is the end. So, at some point, we will get... Oh, and we're going to have trouble even with this, huh? So maybe we don't even do that. We leave a gutter on this side. Okay, that's fine. Like I've been saying this entire time, we are absurdly overbuilding, so why not just go super, super absurdly overbuilding? Alright, so pick this up. Pick up this can. And that goes there. And then, oh, wait a second. Just need this. Well, okay, first off, I should do it right, right? There's a theory that if you do something, you should endeavor to do it correctly. This has always been one of those mystery phrases to me, of which I have simply not understood. But I think that if I don't put in the infrastructure, I will be asking myself quite loudly and pointedly, why is there no infrastructure here in a moment? Why is this a problem? It's not a problem. And obviously I have to go get all sorts of more stuff. I need more belts, more everything. There. There's our unit again. And like there. No, not like that. Don't do that. Alright, so now, once I get actual belt in place, this looks alright. This looks pretty good, actually. And now I pick up all of you. I put you right there. And that will flood fill in, and we have some gutter area, and we're just going to call this good, right? Maybe pull the whole dang thing down by a couple, just to leave a little room right there. No, not you. You don't get to come. There we go. There is our Pentasulfide area. Massive and glorious. Alright, let's go get more materials. Then bring them back in. And then, continue. And then we have to bring in sulfur. And we have to manage the byproduct slash secondary product. Good, just give me everything. Concentrate it all upon me. Everyone, flood into me. We need a lot more hands, certainly. It's just too slow. Are we good? Maybe. Alright, store that for next time. Back we go again. We have to get back before the buzz tapers off. Already the factory is just enormous. It's just going to get bigger and bigger. Alright, and we're back. Explode. Alright, so now we have to talk about logistics. I could reverse all of this and do a snake belt. But that... I may have given myself a problem here. Well, we do have 1 belt in, 2 belts in, 3 belts in. Okay, that's pretty natural, right? Natural if taking up a large amount of space. So right, you go in right there, and you come down here, and then just right there. And then lastly, right here, and fortunately it is taking up a lot of logistic space. How much sulfur am I going to have to get in? An equal amount? That's, frankly, not really practicable. And we'll deal with the sorting of everything in the next area. So just bring this down like so. Yeah, I think it's going to be a real challenge getting the sulfur in. But you know what? We are prepared for such challenges. We are prepared to give these challenges to our future self. All right, so right there we have the mixed line of both products, and we'll deal with sorting it out in the next block. But right now we need to get sulfur in. The best place to do that is right here, huh? Well, second best place is going to have to serve, right? I love how that puts the underground belts in. Just so nice. Factorio. Best game. Alright, so what we're going to need to do then, what we're going to need to do is to do both sides again. We have sulfur in. This one's going to serve 2. They say you cannot serve 2 masters. However, this guy's going to give it a shot. And then sulfur gets in. Oh, we have to move it back 1. But that's looking fairly tidy. Oh, and what's not looking tidy is this. Here, no, you're going the other one. Sorry, guy. Expediency is there. Do not forget the artistry of the build. Alright, so like so. So this takes care of sulfur on this side. And then we just kind of come up. And you're going to go all the way up. That even looks pretty nice, in my opinion. Okay, so you're going to need power. And you're going to need power. Straight lines, of course. Straight lines. No, it doesn't really work, huh? There you go. Straight lines. See? Straight. Straight. Ugly. 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 Not straight. Not straight. Not good. You go there. You do not go there. Jeez. Let's turn power on. Let's bring sulfur over. It's kind of a shame to leave this gutter here, but at the same time, it's for a good purpose, right? Let's trim our ends. Right there. Why is this skipping here when this is here? What is the purpose of this? There should be another one right here, but there is not. I guess I never set that up properly. Okay, I suppose. I accept the fundamental incompetence of my being. Yeah, sure. That sounds reasonable. Right here. Put that in. And then pick it up. And then over here and pick it up. Not that though. How I wish I could see. The biggest problem with Pyanodons is not being able to see with some of the Pi buildings. Because they just went a little bit overboard. And trust me, I understand. I've gone a little bit overboard occasionally. From time to time, I have been known to indulge in excessive enthusiasm. Oh, that doesn't work. So I fully understand how this could happen. Alright, good. So we have our Pentasulfide right there. It's not going to be in the same theme. Wrong color. But whatever. Whale hungry. Mr. Whale, I want you to go get sulfur for me. Right. Fill cargo. Then come here and empty cargo. We do not have anywhere near enough sulfur. Not to keep this going, not to keep the normal factory going. We have just nowhere near sulfur, enough sulfur in general. And that, you know, is just fine. Okay, so Now we have to deal with overflow products. So first off, Mr. Aerial Outpost goes down right here. Actually, do we be a little bit cheeky about this? Yeah, we will. Alright, so here is my plan. Actually, this is quite a bit too close. So down there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna peel off everything, right? This is actually not where I want to be. We're close though. We're very close. So we kind of want a little loop right here. I don't have a semantic for this right now. So what I want is output priority to the other side. I want you to filter off the pyrite. Okay? And then pyrite's got to come this way. And then like this. And this is its plan. And then pyrite gets put into this box. In fact, no more of these. There needs to be a loader actually gonna do it properly, but apparently that's not on the cards. Power, please. Nice hookup right there. Keeping within the idiom of the factory. Doing things correctly, feeling good, thriving. Alright, so the pyrite will come right here and it will be snatched and put in here. And what we're dealing with right now is overflow pyrite. And we have to build enough capacity. Oh, this is going to be with sulfur too, isn't it? I believe I'm on the edge of making a mistake. And I will describe this mistake shortly. One moment. I need more Lovecraft furnaces. As per tradition. Here, everyone loved me. Thank you. Alright, so allow me to describe the situation I'm about to toss myself into. We are dealing with an imbalance. So what's going to happen here is we have a whole bunch of Lovecraft furnaces right here, and you're going to do the Pentasulfide, consuming pyrite. No, with Phosphate Rock. Oh, excuse me. Never mind. No problems whatsoever. So I have to bring more Phosphate Rock down? I wasn't prepared for that. It has to... Oh, dear. Alright, so we're going to back off a little bit. We're going to back off a lot of bit, actually. Because to do this, we need to grab a substantial snake belt, and we make substantial byproducts as well. Alright. I suppose this is real, eh? Alright, so you have to come down again. And so what I did right here is just incorrect. The ravings of a complete madman. How far can I get? Oh, I can go all the way there. Thank you. Thank you, Factorio. Thank you, Red Belt. And then that will leap like so, and we have exactly enough room. There we go. Like so. So. And we're just going to keep the party coming, right? There is no need to stop. There is no way to stop. Okay. So, like so. And some of this ore will end up down here. Okay, so. And now we have another problem. In that I don't think... Oh, we can't leap that, but we can do this. Okay, alright, okay, it's still good, still good. Everything's still fine. Just everyone be calm, and everything will be okay. Alright, so Here we have the consequences of my terrible designs. Here, you are banished to the corner. Speak not to me of anything else. Go sit in the corner, sir. Right there. Alright, what we're going to do here is we now need to get in Pyrite, which is on this belt right now. And then we have to figure out how much Pyrite is made. Oh, we have to line this up. Oh, we're so tight right here. This produces 0.66 a second. And you right here consume like 3 times that much. So if I have all these guys going, which is fanciful to begin with, so it's 6, 12, 18, 24 times 0.66 divided by 1.66. This says I'm going to need just 2 rows of these guys, right? It says I need 10. We're going to do 12. Maybe I can only get away. Maybe I can do just 10. It'll be fine. Just do this row right here and leave some space. No, that's not hardcore enough. We're not doing that. Absolutely zero chance. Well, no. Don't be weak. The minute they sense weakness, it's over. Just completely over. So what we're going to do is the same thing as up north. Well, it's going to be... Okay, I give up. You win. You can sense weakness all you want. And we're taking all of this right here, these happy boys, and we are going to completely clone this. Instead of pyrite out, you are now iron ore. Right there, right there. So pyrite's going to come around, and we're going to do a snake belt. We'll join it on the other side. So pyrite will come right here. You can even... right there. Pyrite's going to be right there. And then we have to find a way to get... We're just going to join all this together. I no longer believe in that which I once believed. And maybe this will be okay. Maybe this is just laziness. The good news is it's pretty easy to fix if this happens to be a terrible idea. Right, and then just like so, right? I should copy this once. Oh, and the other side has to be going the other way. Okay, we don't want that. We do want this. Alright, so that is good. This all needs to be reversed. So pick you up, big H, and just like that. Okay, so it's going to come around and then hug and then come around the other side. So perfect, yes. I hope you're agreeing with me, because if you're not, you're wrong. Now copy and paste this the requisite number of times. And that's too many times right here. This is our 10 overflows as requested. Again, probably not ever going to be needed, probably not ever going to be used. We are going to do it this way. So hug belt around the other side, right there, and then complete it. All right, and then we have our last result of all this. We're done after this, I think. Then you get picked up. All right, so now this goes right there. And here we have pentasulfide. Make way, peasant. Pentasulfide coming through. In fact, make way, peasant, the entire way. And then make way, peasant, here. Alright, like so. And we do something like this. And we need input priority from that side. No, input priority from that side right there. So we're using the waste pentasulfide first. And we need to output priority to that side, and we need pentasulfide. Pentasulfide. All right, so it's going to flow down this way, and then all the pentasulfide is going to be hewn off. And this is now a pure pentasulfide line, purified by its experience with cleansing the pyrite off. Beautiful. And that leaves us only with a waste stream of waste iron ore, which I will actually put in with a full aerial outpost, even though that's probably not necessary. There, we've left some room. This little jog is just put your teeth on edge, doesn't it? You look at that and go, oh man, oh no, oh no. Maybe I should go on the bottom just to avoid that. I think I will. We can't have it looking incorrect. If it looks incorrect, chances are it is incorrect. So just don't. Do it better. Okay, so like that. Not quite. Right here. Okay. There. The care we must take. The artisanry. There. That looks much better. Straight lines are better lines. Caravan, get out here. Dinosaur hungry. And I want you to come right here, and I want you to fill your cargo, and I want you to take that all to waste iron ore, which will be one of the first ones, the very first one, an empty cargo. That's what you do. Have that be on your way. We need now is to get power over here. Good. We should probably go over in the correct traditional row, or file, rank, whatever this is called. Be traditional. Be traditional. All right, so we have pyrite. We're skimming pyrite off here. I think we're ready to go, right? This is it. We've put this all together. We should be able to see the machine. Did we exercise the foresight in order to get the ore in the correct position? We did not. Great. All right, so whale, you got a job. Whale hungry. And then I need you to go get phosphate ore. Oh, because that was a mistake. I remember that. Fill cargo, come right here, empty cargo. And we are undoubtedly going to be putting together a couple of these whales. As fast as that whale is, he is not fast enough. So I guess we probably set up the other whales then. All right, so we have a... Oh, we don't have enough. Ugh. What did we decide? We decided that we are... all of this is primary production. Obviously, I mean, this is primary production because it's on its own circuit. And if it blocks, it will not block anything else. Primary production. Obviously, that still applies to all of the liquids. And then the next choice is right here. Is pyrite primary production? And the question you ask yourself there is, what happens if it jams? And the question is, and the answer is nothing happens. It just proceeds, and it makes more of primary product on the spot, and we start using that with preference. No, we didn't do this right, did we? No, wait, we did. output priority to the right with the filter, and then in, and then right there. So, okay, this can be a little better right here. That could be a little neater. Need to, so if that's how it works, then we have to decide where we're going to put everything. And I guess it's going to be, the major product will be pentasulfide. Here, let's check and see if any of these are come out in waste products anywhere. Powdered phosphate. Here, just hold on. Here, why don't I just walk right here? Just Alt. All right. Any other ways to make this? No. And I look at the ore. Any other any other ways to make this? Yes, but we're also doing that. And pyrite. Pyrite might be it. Pyrite gets made all the time in waste format. So pyrite is the waste product right here. It gets the whole 4 stack, whereas pentasulfide, it's just going to be a 2Z. And honestly, this could be a 2Z too, but I have in order for order to be maintained, I have a better place for it. So you guys come over, you come over here. And so it's going to be phosphorus pyrite to handle pyrite as a waste product. And then I guess this guy dumps here. Empty cargo. I have to go get a couple more whales. Then we get to turn the machine on, right? So, do I have to go all the way south and fetch more whales? Probably, right? Yes. Okay, so everyone just don't pay attention to me. And we get to turn this machine on. Always the best part. And see if it makes all the products. And then we have to hook it up to the alarm system, because I neglected to do that yesterday. Right over here. As I go completely brainless and just take them all, right? Fill my inventory with exotic animals. Like a character in a video game just opens up the coat and it's just all miniature tigers. Would you like to buy fine, good imported goods? The pineal gland of this one is exquisite. I'll take all these and I'll take 4 back. Here, I don't want this though. Do not want that moss. That moss is hideous in my eyes. Alright, so down here, finally, pyrite. Whale hungry. I want you to fill your cargo, and then I want you to deposit in the material sorter as not waste. This is primary. As I said, it's been scrubbed. But in the future, we will have waste pyrite being produced. And so we're ready for it. Glad I looked at all this, right? And then that's being tended to, and then you're the last one. Whale hungry, add destination, fill cargo, and then you go to pentasulfide, which will be right there. Empty cargo. And it's time to wind it up and look at it go. Off you go. All right, let's do this. It's the most wonderful moment of any build. Turn the thing on. All right, so this ore is going to be split many, many different times because this ore has a lot of products. Like almost more than anything else, phosphorus depends on volume of ore being brought in. And here we crush it, or powder it rather, and that gets used for stuff, you know. This will come right here, and this is going to run for a long time before it really makes substantial quantities of anything, right? So we're making powdered stuff, and then some of it is getting captured. There we go. Powdered stuff, and then some of it is coming over here, and it's going to start making phosphorous acid. Okay, none of it's not reaching critical pressure yet. Come on. Okay, there we go. Turning on. This is a very good building. There is no ambiguity whatsoever whether or not this building is running. This is what you want to see. I don't want to see little subtle animations. I want it to hit you in the face that this machine is now working. So we're just going to let that run because it's going to have to build up a lot of phosphorus before it starts overflowing into distillation because phosphorus is useful on its own. But meanwhile, over here, pentasulfide is starting to be made. Fortunately, this is a major distillation, isn't it? And this should just stop when it gets down here to this part. And through another splitter, I guess it's a good thing I had it all joined together at this point, or else it would never work. And this is the cleanup crew right here. Exactly as many as I needed. And this will back up when it hits here, and then all that will start backing up. Oh, pyrite being produced. Why am I seeing pyrite, but no? Oh, because it's made double the quantities. All right, so pyrite being collected. And it's going to come right here, and eventually we're going to start seeing pentasulfide coming down. There we go. There's our pentasulfide, primary product of this joyous contraption we have put together. This could be a little better, right? There. Yeah, just a little better. No, and this could have been a little better. Yeah, just a little better. Artistry, my friends. It's what separates us from the biters. And you haven't had any yet. We're here for the first armful in, and there we go. Pentasulfide exists. So this will start backing up, but it does so at the speed of whale delivery. I really should have another whale beyond this, or wire in more ore. Honestly, either of those things is a really fabulous idea. Or I could just leave it, you know? Just let it go. See, how fast does this collect? I mean, just leaving it sounds like a fine idea to me right now. Because I can always just wire in more ore, right? And it's like, this is going, this is doing just fine. Eventually this will back up, eventually this will back up. But the important bit, right? Let's take a look at the liquid side of things. Where is the phosphorus going? It should be first in line to be used. And so, oh, it gets pumped, right? So if I go and I look at the tanks, yeah, there we are. We have just a little phosphorus. It's not a lot. It's coming in though, and this is the necessary precursor to Z3 Reagent, which we will probably make right now so that we're ready to do lead tomorrow. Okay, good. Oh, this is not good though. Ugly. Very ugly. God, wasteful. Wasteful, ugly. Right here, you get the powdered phosphate, immediately absorbed into the gut of the whale. And this is going to absorb, again, a lot, and I mean a lot of phosphate ore. The stone being vented. Just, even just a full whale isn't a lot because of how dense it is. You really do need a belt. Like, am I going to be able to wire in a belt of phosphate ore from anywhere? Like, how is this the only point of the map where I don't have any phosphate? I'm doing myself an extreme disservice. See, here, maybe I can pull it. No, it's on a walkway. I can already see that. How have I been struggling with too much phosphate forever, and then finally when I need it, I cannot have it? How is this possible? What is this? Just divine level of cruelty right here. Like right over there is the best, and it might not even fit within the grid. All right, so we have just doomed ourselves to this process. And personally, I have no regrets. It's going to be fine. Everything will be fine. We're just going to watch the flight of the ore. It's just going to build up and build up and build up. And eventually, it'll start making fancier products. It's like this is already backing up. Because obviously we need the pyrite. Okay, don't look at any of this. Just high five, we did good. Next up, we have to use these things that we have made. So let's go back to the center and look at what we need. We need, here, let's just review. Lead proc. This is our goal. And this is just smashy smashy. All this is just physical processes, no additives required. Just all normal stuff. And it's like, cyanic, we got it. Soda Ash Regeneration. Okay, we got to make that. Soda Z3 Reagent. That's our goal. Oleochemicals. We got you. A lot of them actually. I think that's the vent right there. I'll have to go over this all again in my head. Lime. We kind of have, not enough. Yeah. So we need soda ash, and we need Z3. So what are you? Soda ash. Ash and water and sail. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. So we need agits to do this. And then we need Z3. So this all does tie into each other. So I'll do maybe doing saline first. Maybe not. Maybe do this and then saline. Anyway, phosphorus, got it. Carbonyl, got it. Methanol, got it. I don't think I have any methanol right here now because of lack of catalyst, because of lack of saline. So this might just be setting this up and just waiting for it to work someday. And Z3 Regent is used in only a few things. It either gets a pipeline or it gets it's only biofluid. We'll try both ways. And we need methanol reactor for you, which is weird. Right there, methanol reactor. And we need agit. And agit is likewise weird, right? The agit's in a strange place. Is that you? Agit? No, it's a centrifugal pan. There's only so many different ways you can swirl things, right? There's an agit. Okay. I already had some. Here, take that, take that. Okay. Now we just have to pick a spot, right? Alright, so we need to put down 2 liquid transformations. I think I can do them both right here. Let's give it a shot and see if it works. Yeah. Worst thing that could happen is I embarrass myself. The thing is, agits are very small, right? It's only like 5 by 5 buildings, so maybe I'll be able to slip them both in. And these are all just liquid transformations, right? So let's see if this can be done. It's like agit, like so. And you are making soda ash? You really need a direct line to saline. And just ash in, that's easy. Alright, so just frame that out. And the other thing I need, I have way too many centrifugal pans. Z3 Reagent. This is also made in kind of appreciable quantity, right? So you don't need that many buildings. Yeah, right there. Yeah, look at that. Look how much that makes. 200 a second on each. Yeah, we're putting all these right here. Alright, so input. I'm gonna... Do we have a saline line around here? I know we don't have enough saline in general. But maybe we can do something with this. So this just goes right there, and looks like the answer is no. Alright, we're just going to do it straight and see if it works. It's not going to work, but fine. So we need saline, phosphorus, carbonyl, and methanol. Alright, let's do that. I'm considering rolling back one of my changes. Allow me to discuss it briefly. The receiver tanks are now 100K. Now I was thinking maybe that's too much. I mean, it makes them very useful, but, you know, maybe that's too much. How is this not on the biofluid network? Ooh. Ooh, there's a problem. Is this a generalized problem? No, these guys are okay. It's just that this got clipped somehow. We don't have a good north-south line. I picked something up that I shouldn't. Alright, I believe. I believe in all of that. So let's try to just fix this, right? Now you better? So everything is going through that one line right there. Okay, that's cute. That's great. So I don't think we have enough saline coming in to make this a good idea. Saline. But, see, I can go all the way up to a lot now. I can go up to the maximum tank size. I don't know if that's a great idea. Maybe I'll turn the maximum request down to 20K. And let that be the standard. Like, I can edit that. That's not a difficult value to change. Just have 20K be the standard. And still, maybe I'll just start doing that and watch it a little bit. Methanol. And we don't have any of these chemicals right now, do we? Oh, I did the wrong thing. Methanol. Just does not exist because of essentially a lack of saline water to begin with. We need carbonyl. The other carbonyl, please. It's there. And then we need phosphorus. The entire point of this exercise. Right there. And we'll see if this stuff comes in a timely manner. Alright, so also we need a lot of ash. So grab one of you. Just like be like this, I suppose. I mean, this is the most natural way of doing it. And then just leave some space up here. Just this and like this, and then beacon space goes right there, or maybe beacon space in the middle. Probably better in the middle. Here, don't do that, do this. So it'll come out, yeah, this will be better to do it like this, just altogether better. Except, of course, for the fact that the belt is going the wrong way. Alright, so like that and like that. And obviously unify it. And the soda ash solution, which will be biofluid only for the moment. We don't want to use that, so we'll put the redundant output like so. Okay, so we'll do up and down, up and down, and you will be side to side. And then we'll put all the logistic mushrooms on the top. Like so. There. Fairly tidy, right? And then we'll just make a whole bunch of these. That's just how it is. We will probably never need these many. Oh, excuse me. Then don't pick it up. Don't pick it up. Don't pick it up. Don't pick it up. Okay, good. Alright, so now trim the ends. Very soon we'll have, hopefully we'll have some of these chemicals. Ah, here's the Gobachovs. On schedule for filling their requests. I do think the changes I made have greatly enhanced the system. Whether or not this is what everyone wants out of the system is another thing. I don't want it to be out of line with basically anything. And you're just a liquid-liquid transformation, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so like so. Actually, you're probably more than anything you need all of this. Alright, does this make sense to anybody? Seem like a good idea? Yeah, sure. No, don't do like that. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. There we go. Alright, so now we just need ash in. Lots of ash. What's this even used for? We might need to take a line out there, right? Yeah, especially for this step. Look at it, it needs 300. Wow. Okay, so we need a line of this all going out there. So I guess we should probably take it to the tanks then, right? Should be making industrial solvent over here just to do it. Yeah, we need to have a line of this going out to the fields. And then we have to make industrial solvent, probably right next door. So don't pay attention to that. Everything but saline, I wonder why. Just hook this up to the best of our ability. Oh, I didn't put in the amount of water it's going to need. Probably should have considered that, right? You need 100 water per. And so these need 2 pump jacks. Just located somewhere. Well, actually, it can't be just anywhere because of, we still need to get these chemicals out on the biofluid network. So I guess you guys got to be here. Does it fit? No. Does it fit? No. Oh. We actually got kind of a problem then, don't we? Alright, we'll use a little bit on this side. It's not totally how it's supposed to be. Oh, we can't. That doesn't fit either. Alright, so I just want to stress, in case anyone's wondering, that yes, this was exactly my plan. Yes, this plan is happening according to schedule without any flaws. Anyone who says or implies in any way that there are issues with the implementation of this design, they're communists. They're communist infiltrators. Alright, so there you got that, you got that. Oh, we actually got some saline in. So we're not completely out of it. And then lastly, we have to go to our outs. And that would probably be right here. Even though I hate putting them in the corner, because it makes everyone fly that little bit farther. So I guess we put them right here, huh? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, right there. Then we want provider tanks. Provider tanks are very clearly should be 100K. Like, I don't really think that this setup that I'm used to putting down is all that great anymore. I think the necessity of this is much less now that I've changed how the world works. But force of habit is a very powerful thing. Force of training. Well, that doesn't really work for me now, does it? And that's not going to work for me either. So, what am I going to do? Guess we just do it the ugly way, huh? Oh, come on now. You can do this. There you go. And there's soda ash in. Alright, and so this is good. This is what we want out of life. Now all we have to do is bring in the ashes. Okay. Whale. Add interrupt. Whale hungry. Add destination. Go get ash from the bio sorting stack. Right there. Fill your cargo. There's so much ash I'm bringing in. Empty cargo. A full whale of ash. And then there will be one buffered. This guy's never gone. Well, I'm going to need some injections, so I'm stealing half of yours. Alright, so this is going to work. Kinda, maybe. Okay, so now we have to work on this one. Z3 Reagent. And what are you used for? Just lead, essentially. Just lead. And whatever this is. So just don't think about that. Don't think about it. We're going to do something like... I mean, can we share beacon space here? This is just a liquid-liquid transformation in a cursed configuration. No joke. Like, why would you do this? Why would you have when you have all of this? You even have one doubled, and you put these two together like this. Why would you be like this? Why would anyone be like this? It produces an enormous amount. The beacon space should be independent. Beacon space is going to be down here. We're going to build this like right here, and it's just going to be one line. Right, give it some space, and we're going to run all of the logistics through up there, and it's going to be fine, I tell you. It's going to be a-okay. Why would anyone be like this? And the building is just messed up in its bounding box. Yeah. Yeah, I've got some issues with what's happening right here. I want to speak to the manager. Except if I'm actually modding things myself, I am the manager. How unfortunate is that? Alright, so you will come just right there, I suppose. And then you're like that, like that, like that. And this is reasonably tileable. Why would you do this? Why, Satan? Why, Satan? I mean, the answer is, of course, because Satan hates us. And it's here to make our lives more difficult. Oh, it's happening. This is okay. It should light up a little brighter. The agitator, I mean. I like how there's a lot of physical movement you can see, but it doesn't have that brightness that like the furnaces have. It's still kind of dim. Like it should light up a bit more. But anyway, it's obviously doing fine. Like we can't even supply all this with one belt, so you know, whatever. Things are going okay. Try to think too much about it. However, I do want to think about this. So we'll do this, obviously. Will this still give beacon space? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, won't. Kind of have to. Oh, and I didn't leave a via up there, did I? I didn't leave any vias in anything I did today. Well, that's no good at all. And there's no space. So I guess we just wipe this out, right? You no longer exist. And then, like, all these guys. Yeah, you guys. You get moved 2 over. It doesn't really affect anything. Oh, except power to that one arm. Alright, right there. And it gets a little ugly, but not a lot of ugly. It's so much ash. Alright, so... what is our problem? No saline. Okay, we knew that was coming. How is the via... let's go take a look at phosphorus. Are we frost? Oh, wait. That's no good. Okay, that has to be fixed. Hold on a second. Time to go on a little journey. Glad I went and looked, right? Well, it was inevitable I'd see something like that. Something as big and flashy as that disaster. Yeah, I'd pick that up. So right here, we need you to be on your way, good sir. Alright, let's run back before we run out of energy drink. Oh, science is almost at 22 chem science a second. The south base is hopping. Finally, after so much struggle. Okay, so now let's look at this again. So it's obviously still working. It's moving right along. And down here we're making a lot of phosphorus. No, we're not making much phosphorous acid at all. It's 10 per. And then that just has to fill its buffer, and then we start making downstream stuff, and that's just not happening right now. Meanwhile, all this is backing up because it just has nothing to do with itself right now. And yeah, this is all just a very slow distillation when we're wasting ore, filling buffers, and it will get better over time. Why we stopped again? The joy of Factorio. Come on, let's go. We'll fix this. It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. We fixed it before. We'll fix it again, right? That's what we do. We're just a fixie. Right here. Okay, so that goes on, and maybe it's still stuck. I don't know. What I do know is I have to concentrate on what I'm doing right now. We're going to have to, it's going to be a few episodes before we finally know fully how phosphorus is going, unless I want to bring in more phosphorus ore, which is also something I can do, or I could just not and leave that for, oh nice. Magnetic core finished. Now neodymium magnet, I think that's the last thing, and then I can finally research Pi stage 3. Alright, we can do that. The problem in front of us is right here. Okay, now we left a... Did we do this on purpose? We left a via, but why would we leave a via right here? Why did I do that, children? Oh, it's to make beacon space, but I can just do it like that instead and not be dumb. Okay. I appreciate not being dumb. Wonder what that guy touched me and just went away on. And so just a liquid-liquid conversion right here. We shouldn't think too hard about it. And we'll put our via right there. Then one more. And chop. Oh, I really should have put in a power line, right? No, don't put it there. That just hurts me because I won't be able to see. But it's so hard to see. Okay, right there. It's reasonably easy to see. This web is just nightmarish. All angles. Look at this. Oh, pain. The pain, it hurts. Okay, so we're just gonna get rid of this. We should trim the edges, right? We should maybe wait until we know what we're doing. But if I wait until I know what I'm doing with my life, we will be waiting a very long time. Alright, so you should probably do this. Is this legal? That is legal. There you have methanol in. Congrats. We will put in carbonyl stuff right here. Straight down. Carbonyl sulfide online. So that gets trimmed. That's trimmed. This will get trimmed. Yeah, that's good. And for my final trick, we will, of course, be just coming straight down. There. Now we go. Z3 Reagent on the field. They can even be prodded. And we're making an enormous amount of this stuff. Okay. So now we just have to drag it up to the biofluid receiver, which is right over there. Right here is most elegant. If I can manage to sneak my way up here. And then we will add it to the bio network. And we will have done like 4 things today. Oh, this is gonna be it's gonna fight a little bit. That's fine. Just draw a line. The important thing is not to consume another underground pipeline. There we go. Filling up, being provided. All right, so we've done pretty good so far. We filled in this. Could have left a little more space, but it doesn't really matter. If we go look at phosphorus processing again, we're making pentasulfide, not at an amazing rate. I'll have to dump more ore in at some point, which means I'll have to source more ore. Not really sure where that's coming from. Doesn't really bother me at the moment. I believe I'm going to have to take a little break. I need a pause. Then after the pause, we're going to do Guar Gum, Mining Fluid 2, and then we're going to replace this saline water generator with pump jacks, and it will make a lot more, and I mean a lot more. This produces at 50 a second, whereas what I want to do will produce at 200 a second, so times 4, and we'll be able to distribute it better. And I could then use that to conjure saline almost out of thin air, anywhere where there's mechanical parts nearby, and I can just fly in the drilling fluid, and it'll be okay. All right, I need to take a pause. I'll be right back. Everyone stay right where you are. All right, and back. Tiny amount of time for you, and also a pretty tiny amount of time for me this time. So let's get this finished up. We need to make saline water in enormous amounts. What is holding us back currently is the fact that salt is so intermittent. If we had a lot more salt, we'd be in a bit better shape, but that would have to be a lot. I mean, a lot more salt. This Type 1 drilling fluid. This is all stuff I have, right? Well, I don't have the drilling fluid. Like, I have the drill heads. I don't have explosives. Well, I don't have the glycerol for that. But this is just an astounding amount. And you get drilling fluid back, so it's mostly just the materials. So I guess, yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, we're doing this. We need this sand, guar gum, copper ore, a whole bunch of water. And then we need guar gum. So we need pulp mills. And that's a wet scrubber, not a pulp mill. Don't look at that and get it confused with a pulp mill. That's just silly right there. It's just a tank over a funnel-shaped sort of output. And like what happens inside, it's completely different. Completely and totally different. Just don't even think about it. Saying we still have more wet scrubbers here. That's unfortunate. I have to come through and clean all this out. No, it's a bioreactor. So I need pulp mills. That's right here. Okay, so we're gonna make guar, and then after that, guar gum. That gets used for military science, right? And a bunch of other stuff. So we will make guar gum in pulp mill, and then from there we need mixes. And how do I stand on the mixa question? How many different ways can I swirl things around? You know, we have too much centrifugal pans. I mean, honestly, any centrifugal pan is probably too much, but still. We have 9 mixes, and that's pretty much okay for right now. So where do we want to do this? It would be nice to do it close to over here, but that really isn't available, is it? All this is taken. This is reserved. All this is reserved. I should fill this in, if only for the screenshots. We should probably get a better muddy sludge maker at some point. But I guess we're cast out here, huh? I think where we're gonna go is just right up here. Right here. Right next to the concrete. The concrete is a finished product line. So we're just gonna pretend like everything's okay. Just start on the next. So bam, way over here. Right here. Nothing like the smell of a new area. So what we're gonna do is we're going to copy this. We're gonna paste this. And this will get all set up. And we're gonna go look at phosphorus again, because we like doing that. Maybe sometime soon I'll even put more ore in. This guy hasn't even departed. I wonder how we're doing with the phosphorus tanks. Probably very poorly overall. Producing pyrite at some rate. It's just a huge material transfer. Alright. Phosphorus will be over here. And yeah, we're doing quite poorly there. We're not producing enough. And again, that's all just input in. So I'll be able to overcome it eventually. And this is waiting for saline, and it's waiting for methanol, and methanol is also related to saline. So, okay, stop thinking about any of this stuff. What we need now is to make Guar Gum. And this should be just like a line, right? It should be very straightforward. Like, we'll never be able to do more than just a line because it takes 150 seeds each. Like, it does not matter what speed things are brought in. So I guess we're using 2 caravans for this, unfortunately. Like it's gonna be one of those situations where the logistics to bring in bring in everything really does outweigh the bits that actually make it. So we'll bring in plastic and guar bean seeds, and we'll do a row on top, and then we'll put this right here. Right? Right there, right? Yeah, okay. And so we'll have 1.2 a second. This has to be enough, right? It's just impossible. So we'll just have a single line right here, and we'll make it work somehow. This makes sense? We'll be able to put 2. We won't be able to put 2 in. That is a silly, silly thought. So we'll put together our normal snake belt. And we're going to have to invert it, right? Because of the size of the building. That doesn't really work. So Koopy again. Right there. Like so. Yeah, it just goes like this. And we have as many of these as we need to. Right? Makes a certain amount of sense, right? There. And there's our unit. In, over, in, down. Okay, great. So pick up all this. And we'll do the logistics right there somehow. We shove in as many of these as we can. And if we end up needing huge amounts of Guar Gum, I'll be kind of sad, honestly. So why didn't this work? Apparently, I did not do it quite well enough. Alright, this is alright. This looks fine. And I'm not going to be able to get enough beans out of here. Just won't be able to do it. Here, we have to do a triple. We have just enough room right here. Then you definitely go up and over like so. And then plastic's just whatever, right? It only needs a bit. Not the cleanest build ever. Not the worst build ever. And of course we have plenty of room for beacons right down here. So good. Good, 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 good. Move it all up by 1. Move it down by 2 and put another row over. I think I'm going to do that actually. There's no building like extreme overbuilding. It's like right there. This is what we would want, right? Because then we can just do this. This has definite symmetry to it. That looks nice. Alright, so, but if I put another band up here... Well, for one, I can't. Alright, never mind. Everyone get back to where you were. I wonder how we're doing on fluid power. Ah, we're almost out. That was a good thing to wonder. So, suppose we do this, which is ugly, because it leaves... Well, we can leave a little space, right? We can do this. We can make this work. Right there. Yeah, this works. This is perfectly fine. And then right here. Boop, boop, boop. And then we should probably leave the rest of this entire thing for making various fluids, because Guar Gum is used to make type 2, type 3, and type 4. And I can't make type 2 yet, or type 3, or type 4. What? Do I really want to do this here? I mean, I know the Guar Gum is here, but still. There's probably going to be a better way to do that in the future. So let's not count on that. And done, right? We have made yet another intermediate. Once I get it all hooked up, right? Oh, we can't do it. Here, move it down so we can. There we go. All to make sure that the power lines are straight. At least this line is straight. Alright, so we good? I think we're good. And I think just one dinosaur is going to be enough right here. Yeah. It's just a caravan. It's a very short cycle. Add interrupt, dinosaur hungry, add destination, go get me plastic. I don't remember where I put plastic. It's a manufactured good. That's latex. It should be right in here, right? Except I've been importing it from the Southland. And I've anticipated waste plastic for some reason. I'm sure past me understands that alright. Current me just doesn't. Alright, don't take all that. Just get one. Bring me plastic. Now we need a whale. Right here. Whale hungry. I want you to get an absolute ton of guar beans. Right there. Fill cargo, come right here, and I want you to empty that cargo. Alright, off you go. See you in a bit. And now the question is, where do we put the guar with the Guar Gum? That's definitely a single. Yeah, 100%. Somewhere here. Where does this fall? Just within its where would be kind of consistent? How about right here? Right by the sporopollen. Sure. That sounds great. Is this totally intellectually congruous? Nah. Does it have to be? Nah. Why are you in? This guy's wired. This guy's wired in. Not at all. Well, that's good to see, right? That guy's wired in. You're wired in. You are not wired in. Thank you. And we'll just do this too. Three bots at once. Don't like seeing that. Anyway, we should be back just in time to see some Guar Gum being made, right? Let's go take a look and see. No. Where are you, my dinosaurs? Probably all on the way back. So good, I suppose. Ah, there's the beans. And it's going to be so hard to stuff enough. Oh, it looks so hard to stuff enough in. Like you almost need another arm. Huh. Yeah, it really does. We're not using the full... Well, it's hard to say because of we don't have the plastic yet. Where are you, dinosaur? Mr. Dinosaur. Oh, he's going to be old forever. Alright, never mind. We're going to move on to the next thing. And the next thing is we have to make mining fluid using a mixer. I think maybe we can get away with just one line here too. At least I'm going to try it. So we have to bring in sand, soil. No, we're not doing this. We're doing type 2. I should probably do type 1 first, right? Like, is there any specific use for it? Drilling fluid. Can I skip this? Make saline that way. Like, this is all just... I can leave it behind, right? This is used in much better places. Alright, anyway, don't look at that. Let's look at the Guar Gum being made. Look at it shoveled in. Now, I might have to add more stack inserters here. We'll see. Depends on whether or not this starts flowing. And it's not going to start flowing, so... Well, eventually we're going to run out of the ability to put this on the belt, right? Because we only have 3 out, and now we have like 8 going. There's the Guar Gum. Alright, sure, fine. I'm just putting a normal caravan here. We don't need to use a whale for this. I want you to huffle that all the way back to the Guar Gum depot right there. Empty cargo. We're not going to use a whale for such a small task. Alright, there we go. Guar Gum being made. So we're just going to skip type 1, right? It's not going to be needed. So we need water, easy enough. 500 per. Alright, so what we'll do there is just assume everyone's going to need their own pump jack. That makes it very tidy, right? So you produce water. Just, okay, excuse me. Then just like that. And now we need 3 things. Sand, Guar Gum, and copper ore. Guar Gum we're obviously getting from on-site, which means we have to bring in sand and copper ore, and the number is 25. So 9,000 divided by 25. Our number is 360. So, no, excuse me. to our book of things we go. We pull out this. Will have to be programmed. We want sand. Sand, and we want copper ore. Right there. And that's both available, and then the Guar Gum will come out somehow. And it's just a fluid output. We kind of need 2 rows of this, don't we? Yeah. So, I guess we'll count on the sand is needed in much greater quantities. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is we'll count on the beacons on the outside, and that's going to be fine. So snake belt as before. So, and then Koopy paste. Then we'll put 2 ranks of these, and we'll leave a space right here for something small at some point. That sounds fine to me. Okay, so you will need in one of you and one of you. And then, obviously, we do this. I don't know why I did that. It just happened. So we want a rank of this. So, then, where's the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to be real tight against that. So, copy all this. Put it all back. Copy all this. Right there's where we want to be. Okay, good. And Guar Gum Hoy, right? Yeah, good. Next up. Here, let's just do this. And then that works. Pick you all up. And wait, this doesn't get the Guar Gum in. So I guess you have to be moved down by 2? 2 at least. So we have Guar Gum going this way. Actually, we'll just do a swap like so. Right? Then, yeah, that's how the Guar Gum gets in, and that's how all that gets in. But how's it get in down here? We'll have to do another splitter, right? Or a hug belt. Hug belt looks most likely. So it'll come this way and then and hug. Alright, that works. So Koopy, no wait. It leaves a very small space here to put something. I don't know what could be put there. Anyway, we have gonna have type 2 fluid. Oh, and here's another problem, right? Because we need to do this, but maybe we have to come all the way over here like this and do a little cap. Even though this looks real weird, this pattern we're on right here. Alright, it's fine. It's not that weird. I've done plenty weirder. And we leap like a gentleman, like a sir. Okay, right there. And we have 6 units going. That undoubtedly will be enough. We need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. Here, let's separate them by 1. There, right there. And then in. Then hooked up. You can even go in like that nice symmetry right there. That looks good. I like that. Alright, so we need to task a whale. Whale, come and speak with me. Whale hungry. Add destination, go get sand, right? It's just sand, not pure sand. Sand. Add destination, go get me sand from the earth stack. Right over. We don't have any sand in the earth stack. That's going to be a problem. And we have to load items until cargo has sand in quantity 360 times 20. And that is going to give us 7,200. But wait, no. Copper doesn't stack as high as sand does. And sand stacks to 200, right? Ooh. Ooh, wait a second. I believe I am on the precipice of creating an error. That sounds terrible to me. So here's our primary sand generation devices. And here we can see, is it really your job? Yes, sand is 200. Alright, so our actual weight here is 10, it's 20. So it's 900 divided by 200 rather. No, 20. That was right. So our number is 450. So 450 times 20. It's obviously 9,000. Alright, so Mr. Whale, come here. You must get 9,000 sand. Then I want you to go get the other thing. Cooper ore. Right there. Get that copper. Load item until it has 450 times 5. And that's... Ooh, that's off. It's an uneven number. So this is going to be a little wrong, right? No, you can get the whole thing. It'll be alright. I want you to add destination right here. Wait for the circuit, and then unload, unload. It's going to be comparator equals go. Again, might be obsolete. Sand. And then this is copper ore right here. And it's 9,2250. Right? And hopefully there will be sand someday. We might have to upgrade our sand maker because apparently there's too much stress on it. We don't have a direct sand maker like we have direct gravel and stone maker right there. We could do that. Just make a block like that that just makes sand. But I guess I'm going to do this instead. This has a certain beauty to it, and we need to add in another block anyway. So maybe I should just go and do that. You know, commit to the bit, right? Why isn't this being taken? Oh, it's all... This is really old. Really, really old. Anyway, don't look at that. Don't look at it. It's not important. Can't hurt us, right? Can't hurt us if we don't acknowledge it. Alright, so I think this is all ready to go, right? Except for the part where we put, firstly we have to staple fluid to join it all together. And then we have to get it onto the biofluid network. And that's it. Job done. So right here, and then provider tank. Where did you go? P tank. Is that my semantic? I don't think so. I think it's Snuggles. Right? Yeah. Alright, so this is now ready. Oh, more beans. Somewhere. Pythagoras shudders. Alright, so this now... This is working, right? Why am I not seeing lots and lots of Guar Gum coming this way? Alright, there it goes. Gonna go around now. This isn't the most pretty build I've ever done. Yeah, a whole bunch of Guar Gum. Just waiting for everything else. Okay, good. Yeah, I have definitely done better in my day. But I think it's gonna work. It's gonna work just fine. Alright, so I should just kind of punch out on this for the moment, because we're waiting on sand. This guy's waiting for 9,000. That's my friend. This guy's waiting for a lot more. Ah, so this might take some time, I see. Well, I suppose I could copy and paste that real fast, and then move on to saline water. And I guess that's what I'm doing, right? We need solid seps, we need one more solid sep, and we need some soil extractors. Like, just a whole pack of them. And then one more solid sep. Where are you? Right here. Alright. Let's go do some good in the world. Goodbye, bots. I'm sorry I cannot wait. I have to do good. Then right over here, I think. Now this was made to just be copy-pasted, right? So, do we believe I'll be able to just copy-paste this? Like, do something like this. Like, that obviously doesn't exist. None of you exist. I just take this, right? And I line it up. Right there. Just kind of move it down to right there. We're going to have to move the biofluid network. And we are intruding badly on windmill space right here. Look at this. We are on where the windmills should be. So is there a way to V this instead then? And then put everything here and then get everything out appropriately? Should we try it? See if it will work? I mean, the worst thing that happens is I completely embarrass myself. Let's try this, right? Pick all you up. Invert you. And snuggle it as close as possible. This pours everything out into a single cup, yeah? So it can't get on there, can't get on there, can't get on there. So, kind of looks like the answer is no, unless I shift it. Then I can do it, but then it looks really bad. So what do I care more about? It working, having windmills everywhere, or being lazy? Like, this will just put everything onto that one belt, which probably isn't terrible, and it could probably be resorted. I could put everything onto one belt and do the sorting over there. That might be better. I think I got the room for it. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have the room for it. Oh, it won't when I amp it up as high as it can go. So I really should do the sorting here. But doing it in this, just geometry says this was not going to work. So I have to do it like that and then sort it. I think I could do this better if I put it all on one belt and then do the sorting over here and then do another one directly below it. So maybe we rework this a little bit.
So if this is going to be all one belt of just everything coming off right here, then let's begin. And just pretend, right? So give ourselves some space. And we're going to have like an omnibelt coming off. And we will split and split and split. And this is what we want. And then we'll have two coming in, one for each side. Oh, that's going to be kind of, well, no. No, it's not going to be that great. Alright, so I can only filter by one. Oh. So what we're needed is like this then, right? Right? So if we do output priority to the right, sand. This means whenever one clogs, all will clog, right? But that's going to be true no matter what, because then it would clog back there. It would clog here instead of over there. Alright, and so output to the right, limestone. Then over here, output to the right, it's like biomass. Right there, and that will be coarse fraction. And now it's just return to work, citizen, right? Here, actually it's me getting a ton of stuff in my inventory. So pick this all up. Just pick it all up. And all of this as well. We're not done. No one's done here. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to help. I know I could probably help most by just standing still. Or finding the center at least. Come on, monkey. Try to help. Oh. This is interesting. Oh, I'm not getting the notices for some reason. That's interesting. You are chief of coarse fraction. You are chief of biomass. And you are chief of sand. Means you are chief of limestone. I know I got still more in my inventory right there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to try this, right? Just like that. And then we just do this little auto sorting thing, right? This guy's having trouble dumping, but this is also because we were behind. But let's have mercy, right? Put this guy on the other side of the belt. There. And it's still sorting correctly. And it's much flatter. And while if I speed it up a lot, we're going to have problems. Like putting in the next couple generations of buildings. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that, right? What we want is just to copy and paste like right here. Just literally right there. And this gives us windmill space. And accomplishes our goal. But do I want to put everything into this? Ooh, no, not quite. So I definitely want all sand going onto that. So what we need here is a joiner right there. There. And then everyone else just goes straight forward. Right? Okay. That sure is something. Definitely, 100%. And then we need to copy you, paste you right there. Because this is a dirt destroyer right there, and we have no need of one of those things right now. Do I have any debris in my inventory that I see? No. Alright. So, that's not needed. And this is all coming on. Okay, we got a bottleneck. I forgot a critical piece, it seems. There we go. And maybe we will be producing more sand. And maybe I can fit in a windmill row now. That was the entire goal of this. To do this nice and tidy. Then right there. Perfect. Next up, I definitely have to fix all the graphics for the biofluid stuff. But there, the wires are hideous, but we're producing more sand. That's got to mean something, right? I mean, a lot more sand. Maybe even more sand that dinosaur can handle. Alright, that would be nice. Anyway, so, looking back / forward. Have we had delivery yet? No. No. It's like nothing's new here. It's all because it's that dinosaur. You might need to be upgraded for a whale. Or at very least you have to get a new interrupt. Dinosaur hungry. Right there. Now fill that cargo and do your job. Alright, so it filled exactly even with it dawdling and going to get food, and it didn't need to. So probably going to be okay, right? Probably, maybe. I don't know. How are we doing on power? Oh, 50 gigawatts? That's low. We can do a lot better than that. The most important part is the flow is still good here. I mean, this is cheap in that it only takes power in and it produces all of this stuff. However, it could be a lot better. Anyway, what I was going to do now is go get more pump jacks, and then we're going to make saline only saline exclamation point, right? So let's go and do that. Go refuel, and then we're going to rip down the existing saline maker, which uses salt, because frankly salt is too precious. Then we will try something else. Probably help out, right? Where do we put the pump jacks? Yeah, we're going to be using a lot of these, so we might as well. Should probably put back some of the stuff, like pulp mills. I know the second I put something back, I'm going to need it again, but, you know, what you going to do? Good? Alright, so let's go rip something down and put something in its place. Hopefully, it won't be working when I find it. How are we doing over here? Yeah, this is looking good. Lots of idle guys, which says we're at stability. Alright, so this whale, where are you? Oh, you're filling up? I really wish you weren't. Like, this is the single worst time to be doing this. I have to wait for all this to be processed now. After this whale dumps off. So, might be sitting on my thumbs for a little bit. While all of these wash... Oh, they're even Mark 1s? This is so old. Mark 1 washers. Like, it doesn't matter. The limiting factor is... Alright, come here. No, stop. Don't stop, I say. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Okay. Jeez. Your services are no longer required in this capacity. I will, however, help myself to some of the food shoved in your... I don't know where we shove this. It could be so many unpleasant places. That right there. Get in my pants. Right. So we have to wait for this to get burnt through. It's not going to take long. Now the problem isn't the rate that these guys are producing. It's the fact that they shut off. And we might remove some of these windmills, because this is when we were doing vertical layouts instead of horizontal. I think we need just a caravan outpost right here, right? It's gonna get demoted. It needs to get small parts. Here, go get me small parts. Dinosaur, where are you? Oh, it was even unupgraded caravan. Wow. Dinosaur hungry, add destination, small parts. I have to make a small parts maker one of these days. Fill cargo, come right here. Empty cargo. There you go. Go do the thing, please. He's on his way. This just worked itself out. I want to pick up most of this, but not completely all of it, right? Because there's this tailings line right here, which should not be touched. Gotta be careful. This is where I wreck myself. Okay, all this looks good so far. He says, hopefully. Ah, we're out of water now. Alright, so just pick it up nice and cleanly. Without any problems. Now I have salt in my inventory and nothing to, just absolutely nothing to do with it. Alright, this is a water outline right here, and I'm going to pull it all the way back. Since this isn't going to use water anymore. Well, no, it's not going to use water anymore. We're going to get it directly from the ground using drilling fluid. I really should have had the biofluid guys try to bring it over, but it's not ready yet, so who am I kidding, right? And this produces water, and it goes nowhere, which is a problem. So when we're venting, I don't know what this is, we're venting muddy sludge. Alright, so I guess you hook in down here, even though this seems like it's probably not going to be enough either. Maybe we put a bigger tank right here, just to emphasize what's going on. We'll see if this works out. There we go. Stop at 2%. Then we have some space. Alright, maybe this is a good idea, maybe it's not. I don't know. Time will show us. Okay, this is a unique opportunity right here, right? To fix an issue. Then we're gonna have to pull you back all the way over there, right? Then this doesn't have to happen. You can also be pulled back to right there. Okay, good. And these are unfortunately necessary exactly where they are, so we have to build around them. Where is my biofluids? Are they not here? They don't exist in this block. Wow, it's before we even use standard blocks. This is ancient stuff right here. Alright, so what we will do is we will bring in the fluid here. So we want receiver tanks, so and like so. And I want mining fluid? Drilling fluid, not mining fluid. Bring it in like that. I am gonna nail this to 20k. Just not put a buff there. See if there's actual problems associated with it. But I don't think there's gonna be. Alright. Oh, we can't do it? We got a via right there. We'll be fine. Alright, so the drilling fluid's right there. Is it being made? Are we done? Are we done? No. Well, actually, we should be done. Oh, they weren't governed. Oh, no. I forgot that step. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Sand. Okay, so all of this, every last bit of this needs to be cleaned up. That's gonna fill my inventory multiple times. Alright. Okay, who came here waiting to see it, wanting to see a disaster? You've gotten your wish. The saddest. There we go. That's still not quite perfect spot. There we go. That is the perfect spot. And I have to pull all the copper ore off here, right? Now I can put it back. There. And also there. Yeah, so we're making the drilling fluid. Oh, I should flip this. Pick that up, and good. Alright, so now we're just waiting on guar bean seeds, right? Because that's just, you need a lot of seeds. A lot of seeds. Let's take it. Oh, we don't have radar coverage over here. That's unacceptable, boys. Alright, so what's going on here? Is this getting choked off with so much guar? You cannot put the seeds on the belt. You just can't do it. This is a problem, right? This is a pretty big issue. Because these holes are going to be filled by guar. Yeah? And these guys tried... No, they're governed. They're governed using wires. Huh. So, where is... So only 15k can be on there? And that's too much, / not enough. Huh. So I really should have left more room on the belt. Or just curled it up and around and just did a knot right here. Because it really seems like a lot more could be made, but I'm choking myself. You know what? We're just gonna leave that alone and pretend it's gonna be okay, right? Let's just focus on what we're doing. We're over 2 hours. It's time to get out of here. Things are... I'll make a note of that for next time. Things are starting not to make sense anymore. In some ways, I'm sure they never made sense. Where am I? What's going on? I need some serious... Okay, right here. This is where we are. We haven't gotten any drilling fluid yet, but I've got a ton of trash in my inventory. So, let's see. In the perfect way, as given to us by the gods, what would be the way of making saline? Okay, we obviously need to bring in that along some sort of central rail. We're not going to be putting windmills in. It's not that kind of day. And so like this and this. And then probably, no, like that. Like that. So we will put a line like this. Bang, 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 bang. Then we'll have a drilling fluid line. We should move this up. Yeah, like so. Okay. That leaves this somewhat in crisis. We will figure it out, right? So right here, usually I don't do this. Got one more over. Right there. And then it'll work out in a second. Trust me. Trust me, everyone. I wouldn't mislead you. And then in like that and that. You can't prod this for some reason. No idea why. Then we just copy this. Paste that. Paste that. And the virtue of this should be that it runs constantly, in addition to making a whole lot more. But most importantly, it runs constantly. Right? This isn't a mistake, right? This is what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. Okay, right there. Okay, now I can just copy and then paste, right? But I can't because of that. So maybe I just do it as much as I can and just accept that that doesn't exist. But then this one isn't going to exist either. This is an ugly build right here. Oh, it's just hideous. Oh no, I'm not putting up with this. We're going to scoop back around. And like, this doesn't look good either, but it's what you gotta do, I suppose. Do we have any drilling fluid? We do not. So, copy. This, in theory, is pumping out 1600 per second. That's pretty awesome. Where is the line? That's not awesome right here. I suppose we have to do it like this. Yeah, this serves a couple purposes. And then you are a primary producer, so output less than 20. Just drag you. No, that's not right. See, the big problem here is thus. This can produce more than 1200 a second. And this can only pump at 1200 a second, so 2 of these are necessary. Pretty sure it's true. For full blast, or an actual pump. But then it would have to be regulated based on a tank. Which we could probably do, right? Here, let's try this. That's the full 12,000 right there. And you are wired like so. You turn on when saline is less than, what is it, 30k right here? 30k times 0.2. Yes, I am doing this with a calculator. 600. You are to turn on. So you are currently on right there. Alright, so you can now turn on. Small parts flooding in, and we don't have the... Oh, we do have the drilling fluid. Nice. I doubted, but I should not have doubted. If this goes well, it is my last thing of the day. Okay, right there. Because you are all facing the wrong way. And this should be a spike in saline production that can be visible from space. Right? Because you're all going and it's all dumping. It's having a hard time getting out. Is that universal? It kind of is. Why is it having such a hard time draining? Because it should just leap directly into the pipe system, right? And then be pumped here as well. Huh. Why is it having such a hard time flowing? I really hate Fluid 2.0. It's like all the problems we had before and now are more. Do I just stuff this full? Because I want it, this is a primary producer, so I want to keep it low. So maybe just give this special orders. 300k, go for 20k. We're gonna go for mostly full right here. There. And now all these guys are going. It's still gonna stop off. Then we're gonna take a look at the tank over here. We should just see a conga line coming. We'll see. It'll definitely trigger once one of these gets full up all the way. It's definitely working hard. Alright, I'll have to watch this, I suppose. But we're making this at enormous rate. Let's take a look. Saline Water. So we were always making it pretty large amounts. But now it's like double. So this is producing the entire output of the South factory, essentially. Just right here. And that makes sense. And we're using less salt. And salt is a precious commodity. It can't be wasted by being turned into saline. Much better to use copper and iron right here. And then just some stuff we grew. Yeah, this is good. And I think that's just about it. Oh, we have to wire up alarms. That's the last thing we have to do. Okay, so we're going to let this go for a while. We have what should be considered infinite saline. Look how there's many coming. This is because of the changes I put in. Usually it would wait for one set of Gorbachevs to get here and then dispatch the next, but because of how I wired things up and how I made the boxes bigger, it can handle so many more deliveries being made. That is good. That is usable, is what that is. Alright, so how many things do we do today? We did Guar Gum. It's in the bottom, middle, third tier, right next to the sporopollenin. Guar Gum. You're wired up right there. Then we need to do these guys. We have, I don't even know what's supposed to be here. This is pentasulfide, powdered phosphate, pyrite, ore. Okay, let's do that. Now you're right here. That's right here, right? And then right here again. I think that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. So you are phosphorus ore, or rock. Phosphor, where are you? Oh, what's it called? Phosphate? Phosphate rock? Yes. Okay, there we are. Right there, right there. Why are we immediately complaining? It should be right above the silver. Oh, because we have some in the output, and we have none right there. Okay, that actually is proper complaints. We have no silver there. And we have molybdenum. This is correct, right? Yeah. Okay, so silver has to be plugged in here. That looks pretty bad. Where's that happening? There. Probably should have had these facing south. This is leaving too much vulnerable. But we're slowly pushing them all back. And the incursion here has been wiped out. So all is well on the borders. Alright, stop thinking about that. Wire up alarms instead. So that's silver, that's phosphate, and this would be pyrite. Right there, and right there. Meaning right here we have to go get a new... There. Back. Nice. So we wire them up now. Green to green. No, these don't need green at all. This is only a red. Why did I do that? So reds. So. And then you just need to be listed somewhere. Right there. Okay, so you have all of the materials in. Next is powdered phosphate. That stuff. Why are we screaming red already? Shouldn't be. Or maybe, yeah, because it measures off of right there. It's gotten one delivery exactly. Alright, I suppose that's alright. And pentasulfide. Yeah, you're ready, and that hasn't even touched yet. Let's take a look over here at the phosphate line. Oh, so it's backed up all the way here. Which is good, right? Oh, we're out of sulfur? Oh, we need more sulfur. Need sulfur badly. Like, we're only taking off that, right? That looks like it might be inside the boundaries. We should probably start taking that sulfur in. Or we can make a giant sulfur maker off of bitumen. Oh, and this one had its... Alright, let's make a note of that. Guar is over... Guar sushi line is over... Here, I can put this on screen. Is overstuffed. And sulfur mine has no power. Okay. That is for next time, right? We're not going to do that. All right, lastly, we have to deal with fluids. And I don't think we can completely do this yet, right? Because phosphorus has to overflow. And we're not there yet at all. These tanks have to fill. So it's... Oh, I'm going to mess it up if I do it wrong. So maybe we just stick a pin in that. And we're going to do the rest of these later. Alright, just remember to come back and do that later. Alright, so we're done then. It is time to wrap up. Everyone's favorite part of the episode, the recitation of sins, in which I enumerate my crimes throughout this episode. And once again swear I'm going to do better next time. Right? Okay, right there looks good. What did I do today? Oh, another thing to put down. Agriculture District needs Megadar. Alright, good. So today what we did is we finished off phosphorus processing, and that goes all the way down right here. We decided to skim off pyrite as we can, and only when pyrite overflows does it get stuffed back into pentasulfide. This is not a reliable source of pyrite, but it is primary pyrite. And if I need even more pyrite from somewhere, I should make it using the sulfur and, I don't know, sulfur and something else. You just make pyrite just out of thin air. And that'll be done somewhere in the factory block instead of out here in the material processing block. Anyway, that's fine. So we got all that. We checked off all of our products. The Phosphate Rock, the powdered phosphate, Phosphorous Acid, Phosphoric Acid, Phosphine Acid, just Phosphine, Hydrofluoric, and then Pyrite and Pentasulfide. All of it into the material sorting stacks. Then we did some level processing on that, and we did, what was it? We made Soda Ash Solution, which is going to have tanks by virtue of how much is used. And we made Z3 Reagent, which is going to be delivered by biofluid, I believe. And that's over to the lead line. Lead is now ready to go. That's going to happen next time, after we do our chores, of course. Next, we had to deal with the saline water problem. This problem is that Making saline water from salt is very expensive in terms of salt and very slow because we don't have enough salt. So instead, I'm pumping saline water from the ground using drilling fluid and small parts. And that required that I went over here and I made the drilling fluid. We made Guar Gum right here, a kind of crappy intermediate that we're going to be using for a few things, but not a lot of things. But we also need it to make drilling fluid right here. And so we have hopefully reliable saline supply now, which will help everything start move a lot faster. And if we need more of it, well, I'll just copy and paste that somewhere else and tie it in. Lastly, I reworked the sand and coarse fraction generation line over here a little bit. We should be making pure lines, trading sticks for the material of choice, but I just wanted to get this going because I kind of like how it works. And we doubled the size, which means double the sand, which I'm not really sure what that means. It's just a thing that's happening right now. Like, it's going to be inevitable. I have a primary sand maker somewhere, but not today. Just not right now. So that's everything I did. A lot of problems. We have a little list to do for next time, but that's okay. We like building factory. And then after that's done, it's time to start in on lead and silver. And we're just going to do exactly what we did right here, only right here. And it's going to get complicated because lead and silver is made at the same time. I expect it to come down to right here and to take 3 days to really wire up correctly. Yeah, that feels right to me. Alright, well, that will be done next time. As for right now, I am done. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.